wait till a couple people get in here. I want to share something with y'all. I know I ain't been going live in a minute, but I want to share something with y'all real quick. And it's crazy, right? Check this out, right? Y'all get in here eventually. But this was about, let me see. I want to say this 2001. So I want to say 2017, about 4 years ago, right? One of my homies, I had just came home. I had got locked up for a second for a DUI. So when I came home from the DUI, they had locked me up for like a week or two because I was on parole, so I had to go back upstate. So while I set upstate, what's going on? While I set upstate for like a week. So when I came home, a homie of mine, I don't want to put his name out there and put him on blast, but I had never took perks like before that or nothing, right? So when I came home, I get in the car with him. We go to take a ride, and while we riding around, no, this is 2015. We riding around, and I'm like, all right, it's a little too early to go to the bar or whatever. So he like, we just riding around. So he passed me this pill, right? So when he passed me the pill, he like, no, he said I got something for you. So when he said I got something for you, I'm like, all right, I'm thinking it's a check or something. So he passed me the pill. He like, I got a perk for you, but I think it was a 5 or a 10. I can't even remember right now. But anyway, he passed me a pill, right? So, but before that, I was taking like Xannies every now and then, double G stuff like that every now and then. So I popped the pill, right? Anyway, make a long story short, I popped the pill. Worst decision I ever made in my life. But I popped the pill, so I'm throwing up instantly. I'm throwing up from the rip. I started throwing up probably like maybe like 20 minutes later. I'm throwing up. I'm sweating. I'm dizzy. I'm sweating. I'm dizzy. Everything, but I feel the high coming on, right? So we still riding around. We on our way to a baby shower. So we go to the baby shower. I'm sweating like a slave in there. I'm high. I'm dizzy. My head's spinning, but I'm still high. So it's like all that compounded on top of the high. So I'm sitting here, I'm not paying attention to the baby shower, I'm not paying attention to nothing going on around me. My heart beating fast, like super fast, right? So I'm like, yo, I should have took that. I should have took that. But the whole time I'm sweating profusely, right? So I go outside, get up, walk outside. I feel like everybody was watching me. I get up, I walk outside, go to the door. So I go to the door to get some air. I light up a cigarette. I'm smoking a cigarette. So one of my nephews come out. He give me a soda. So I start drinking the soda. So I'm sitting. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this ain't no good. Like this is a bad trip right here. So I start walking around trying to wean it off. Everybody come out. Long story short, 2 days later, and then you gotta remember this the first time I ever took a Percocet before. So like 2 days later, I go to the same person. I'm like, yo, what was that? He said that was a Perk 10. Now I took a Perk 10 for somebody that never ever took Perks before. You jump straight to a 10. So I took a 10. So I'm like, all right. He like, I got some fives. So me being just stuck, I'm like, all right, give me two of them joints. So I popped one because the 10 had me all bananas. So I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna pop the 10. I'm gonna take the five. So I take the five. I'm riding around. I start getting queasy again. My stomach start hurting. I start sweating a little bit, but it wasn't like the first time. The first time I was sweating real bad. Now I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit so I can come back so y'all can get it right. So another dude around my way, right? He had perks, but he had 30s at the time. So this time, right now, they going perks going for like $50 or $60 for a 30. But back then they was going for like 20, $22. So he had a whole bunch of them. So he ride up on me. He like, I just come home. Like I said, I asked for a check. I'm like, yo, give me a couple of hours. You know what I mean? So I go get me some, go get me some stuff. So anyway, he give me like 15, maybe 15, 20 perk 30s. He like knocked them off. Them, that's you on the strength. Like, no. He just gave it to me. It was like, that's you on the strength. So, but they going like crazy. So I just let like two, three people know, like, yo, I got some 30s. They went real fast. Now, another one of my homies like, yo, you know he be having them fake joints, right? Like, I'm like, how is pills fake? You gotta remember this early on, so nobody, the fake joints not out like they out like right now. So I'm like, they fake? What you mean they fake? So he like, they just not right. So I ain't paid no mind. I'm like, ain't nobody come back and say they ain't get high or say they wasn't right. So a couple months go on, right? I'm speeding up to come back so I can tell y'all this. So a couple months go on. Now I'm taking tens now. I'm taking tens now because the fives ain't doing me no good. So I'm taking two tens, three tens. So when I get up to there, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna just take a 30. So now a couple times I took a couple of them and ain't nothing do nothing for me. So in my head, you know, when you high or when you in that world, like you only really, like I said, you care about the high. So I'm like, well, maybe I gotta stop moving around too much. I asked the dummy question to one of my homies, like, yo, when you take them joints, do you guys sit still or can you move? Because I think I burnt it out. Whole time, them joints wasn't right. So I take another one. I take like two or three of these joints, right? So then I start feeling a little buzz. I sit down, sit still so I don't burn it off again like last time. So now I'm high with it. I go back to him, get a couple more, pass it out. Now the crazy part is they was already out. What was in them though was roxycodone. I think that's what they said. Roxycodone. It's something started with an R that was in them that's not Percocets. Now, what I know now that I didn't know then about how you could tell a difference, right? Like the Perks usually had like a glistening crystal look in them, like a crystallish look, like broken glass in them. These joints ain't had none of that. They was flat, the numbers was off, everything, right? So I want to say like probably like maybe 2 months later, a chick from around my way died. She just died, like, and she was young. She was probably like I want to say between 20 and 30, closer to 20 than 30. So probably 23 or 24. This is how I'm getting to the whole make everything come together to y'all. But I'm trying to condense it so this gonna really be a super long video. So yeah, so she died. She was young, probably 25. Let's just say she was 25. So she was young. So everybody, you know, the word going around like, yeah, such and such died, such and such died. I don't want to really say nobody names on this joint because people that know me watch the videos, and I just don't want to put nobody names out there. So everybody like, yeah, she died, she died. So you know, in the beginning when somebody die, the family, especially if it's like drug related or something, they be keeping it under wraps. They don't really only people that really know what they died from is the close family. But dude, I ain't gonna call him my homie, but he like I say my homie, fuck it, he my homie. It's one of he got a baby by her. So it gets out that she OD'd. So everybody like, damn, what she OD off? Like everybody, and this around the time everybody is taking perks, everybody taking Xannies, like that's the little concoction pretty much everybody taking. You got some people smoking, drinking lean, dipping their blunts in lean, all that stuff. But the main thing is Percocets and Xannies is popping. So now word get around that she either took too many of them or something just wasn't right. So maybe like another month go by. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm still selling the fake pills because I don't know that they fake. I don't know something wrong with them joints. I'm still pushing them because I'm getting them for maybe $11, maybe $9, and they going for 2022. So I'm dumping them off as $15, $16, $20, whatever you got. I'm taking because everything's a profit for me. So it started moving around that I got him. And my block where I was from, we was known to have him because one of my nephews had him way before that. He had, a little spot jumping. So I'm moving these joints. I'm moving these joints. I even put somebody else on the double up, move them. So now the word going around like, yo, it's fake perks around, like, and you got them, like, right? So I ain't paying no mind. Like I said, I passed them off to somebody else. So people was coming up saying that the joints that I gave them wasn't getting them high, but the joints that they got from Main Man was getting them high. They don't know the whole time I just gave them to him because somebody already said that they wasn't getting high off my joints, right? So I want to say like maybe 2 months later, Now the dude I was getting them from, this the kicker. The dude that I was getting them from, he was using my money. I would give him like 600, right? I would give him like 600, but he'd come back and drop them off to me. I'm thinking he was running to the crib to go get them. Whole time he was using my money to go cop from Main Man. So once I heard through the grapevine who the dude he was using my money to go cop with, I went and tried to holler at him myself. Like, yo, I'm the one such and such been coming to get them joints for. But he acted to me like he ain't know what I was talking about. Like I was talking about something totally out the clear blue sky. I guess he just didn't want to mess with me. So I had to go back through Main Man. So now the word get out that the block got some fake joints. This is like I said, this is for the people that just tuning in now. I'm talking about uh, the perks, some perks that I had that was fake that I didn't know that they was fake. So anyway, we get to let's say 7, 8 months go by, everything going by smooth. I ain't really gotta do nothing but push the joints I had to him, and he moving them. And cause he kind of a little bit, I ain't gonna say square, but he not really in the streets. He don't sell like hard drugs or nothing like that. People look at him as like as face value, like they not gonna get nothing done from him. Even though me and him hang together every day, and it's more if you got common sense, you'll know that I pretty much gave him to him, right? Now, nothing. I want to say this specifically, just so it's not misconstrued. And this was over 7 years ago, so I ain't worried about getting in trouble, right? But it was people, like I said, that one girl died, but come to find out, she died. It was some Xanax. People had fake Xanax. I never seen a fake Xanax in my life till recently, till about 2 months ago when I was back home. I didn't even know they had them joints. But right now they got fake fives, fake. If you look in the thumbnail, you can see the fake tens that I got in the thumbnail. They got fake fives, fake tens, fake 20s, fake 30s because they got the oxycontin and the oxycodone, so those is time release. Now, before I get to the rest of the video, what I was saying is the purpose I'm making this video is right because somebody else I know that I ain't did this in a long time, but somebody else I know just died. They OD, and it's crazy right now because we never had that problem in Philly. Like I said, the ones that I had, they just was. I don't know if they was. I don't know what the roxycodone stuff was, but nobody wasn't dying off them, and then they just wasn't getting high. Like they just was probably some crushed up aspirin. But come to find out, the dude that I was getting them from had not the dude that I was getting them from, but the dude I was getting them from, the person he was getting them from had a machine, right? So now I didn't know all this stuff then. I ain't find all this stuff out till maybe a couple months ago, like recently, like how all this stuff added up and went along, right? So, um, oh, so yeah, she died off fake Xanax, right? So they got fake Xanax out here now, right? So I had stopped taking Percs a couple years ago. I was really hooked on them joints bad. And when I say bad, I was taking 5 30s a day. And this one they had already jumped from $20. They was up to $40 now. So this was right before the pandemic. This was right before the pandemic hit. So they was like $40 or $45, something like that. I know I'm spending almost $200 a day on Percs, right? And it's crazy. Right, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Now, when I stopped, because I was saying I stopped like 3 years ago, but I didn't stop. I slowed down. But that's when people was really like dying. It was for sure that they was dying off them fake Percs. We never had that problem in Philly. We got a bad problem down Kensington with dope. Everybody shooting heroin and stuff like that. But we never had a problem with like the pills and people dying off it. But I, what I can count on my hand, right? I can count at least 5 or 6 people that I know that I would see on a daily basis. Like we might not hang together or nothing like that, but I'm talking about just from being in the neighborhood, I would see them every day that died off perk, that OD'd. An extended family member of mine just OD'd on perks. They related to somebody that I'm related to. They just OD'd on them. They found them dead in the crib. So, but like I said, right before I quit, like 3 years ago, and I'm telling y'all, I'm saying this because it might be somebody out there that's watching that's got a problem with perks. Nobody had a worse problem than me. Like I said, I was taking 530s a day. So if I was taking 530s a day and I quit, you can quit. The easiest way to quit for me was them Suboxones. People think them Suboxones ain't it, but they work. They definitely work. And for the people that just start taking them and ain't been taking them like just to get high, you get a little buzz off them. That's the crazy part. You get a little buzz off them, but you can't abuse them because them joints just as worse as perks. You can get hooked on Suboxone. I found myself in that spot too. But anyway, what I was saying, I'm getting, let's say, because at the time I had just got in an accident and I had broke my toes. I know what you mean. So I had broke my toes. I fell through a zooey hole. I was walking, and this crazy part, I swear on everything I love, I was coming out the pharmacy. I was coming out the pharmacy from getting my prescription for my perks. Like that's the crazy part. So I was going in this prescription out West Philly. Anybody from Philly knows it's a place out West Philly. They didn't care about nothing about the scripts. I was going to pain management, just telling them my back hurt from an old car accident. They write you a script for 60 30's every 3 weeks, every 21 days. So I was out West Philly going to this pharmacy that, like I said, they don't care about nothing. They just accept your script, charge you like 350. You can't use your insurance. They charge you like 350, 400 for the perks, but it'd be worth it because you're getting 60, you're getting 12, 1300 for it. So I'm walking out. I seen it before I went in. It's a manhole cover, but all they had was like a piece of cardboard over the joint. I'm walking and picking mine, walk down there. I get stuck down there, but while I'm down there, I'm like, oh, I'm hurt now. You know what I mean? Like, but my toes, I didn't know that my toes was broke. So anyway, I get a prescription. I get another prescription for that, right? I didn't know you're not supposed to have two scripts from two different doctors. So they knocked me off one of them joints. But anyway, I was getting 60 a day. I mean, 60 every 21 days from this one doctor, and then I was getting 45 from another doctor. So out of them 105 pills I have in a month, you figure, all right, I sell these at $35 a piece, $40 a piece, $20 wholesale. You supposed to bring back 1,500, 1,700. It got so bad with the habit. At 2 weeks later, I have 30 pills and $400 because I done took them all because I'm taking them five at a time. To this poppy boy introduced me to Suboxone. That's what I like. I appreciated that because that's what helped me get off. But I was taking 5 Perc 30's a day. I'm talking about five. It got to the point where I was taking five at one time. At first, I was taking three. Like I dumped three of them joints as soon as I get up, probably like 10 or 11 o'clock when I'm ready to start my day out. I was even anyway, but I take three of them joints early in the morning. As soon as I get up, probably like 10, 11 o'clock, get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, grab me a cranberry juice, dump three. I'm in the wheel going down the way. Then when I get on the way, you sit around for an hour or two, then them joints start coming down. So I pop another one or pop two. These days I took 730's, 830's in one day. But my what do you call it? My immune metabolism, whatever it is, was so high. Like I overdosing wasn't even in my head, which could have really happened, but that wasn't in my head. Me just being getting high and staying high was in my head. So, but it start affecting everything. I don't care what nobody said. I know what it did for me. The money starts slowing up. I don't know if y'all. I'm a hustler, so I always got something going on. Where, not selling drugs. I'm just saying I'm a hustler, so I always got some type of slick hustle going. That's just how I was. I'm a hustler, but I wouldn't have as much money as I'm used to having. I always buy sneaks because when I was little, I didn't have the sneaks I wanted. So when you get older, a lot of people don't admit to it, but when you get older and you ain't have, you buy now. So I would buy. Anybody that know me know I always got a fresh pair of rocks on at any given time. I buy 2, 3 pair of sneaks a week to put up because I never know what I wear for the outfit. But suffice to say, that slowed down. So I was thinking to the point where I was like, I can go grab a pair of sneaks for 200, or I can get me two more 30's a day because I done took my five, and I can get two more tomorrow just in case I run out. So now I stopped buying the sneakers. I never got like bummy and I wasn't never bum, but I'm just saying like I lost so much money by taking those pills. That those pills eat up your pocket, and I ain't do nothing all day but sit around trying to maintain the high, and then when the high went down, thinking about how to get high again without spending my money. So the hustle wasn't. So the hustle was still there, but the hustle wasn't to get money to accumulate. The hustle was to get money to get high without having to spend my money. It's crazy. But anyway, this Poppy boy, like I said, I'm gonna get back to the other story. This Poppy boy gave me he was telling me about Suboxones. I was picking up a script from somebody else. I was buying a script from somebody, and Poppy was there getting his script filled. He had a Tylenol bottle, but he had all these Suboxones in there. He asked me, did I want to buy some? I really didn't know nothing about him, so I'm like, no. So I'm like, what's like trying to fish, asking them what they are, but still acting like I know. Like, no, what you want with them joints? And he was telling me how these joints help you get off perks because he burnt out. They found something else in his system when he went to go get his perks, so they gave him Suboxone. So when I take it out, I see it's a strip about this big, like a Listerine strip you put under your tongue. They like 8 milligrams and 12 milligrams. So these was 8 milligrams at the time. So I took one half of them just to see, but I had already took perks. So I put it under my tongue, nothing happened. It dissolved. They nasty as hell. Like they taste like earwax and whatever else you could think of. So the next day, when I got up, instead of taking the perks, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take one of these Suboxones first. So I took the other half of the joint. I felt a little buzz, but my back and shit wasn't hurt. So I did it again a little later. After that, I had maybe like 10 left. I got rid of them and still took the Suboxones, and it kept the pain away. So after that, I stopped and just started messing with the Suboxone. Took them for like a month and a half. Yeah, maybe like a month and a half, a month and a half, and I ain't had to take no perks no more. I didn't want no perks no more. But I tried to go 2 days without taking the Suboxone at this time, and I could feel not the effects of how perk withdrawals was, but it was just a little bit under that. Like your knees be hurting, the bottom of your back be hurting, it's burning. It wasn't. It was just a little bit of that, a little bit of ache, a little bit of pain. My knees, I'm yawning, my eyes watering a little bit. So I took the whole thing. And that took me a whole another 2 months to get off of those, like just to take little pieces and drinks. But anyway, I get back to the other story. But the reason I'm making this story is because, like I said, I know somebody recently just now that died off of taking Perk 30's. They found them in the house dead, right? Years 22 years. They found them in the house dead off Perk 30's. Like he ain't wake up. He was supposed to go to work the next day. His people's ain't hear from him all the way to the nighttime. They sent somebody to the crib, find out he laying on the couch dead. Like he must have went to sleep the day before and didn't get up and OD. And it's crazy because I used to wonder, like, if you ODing, like, do you know you ODing when you had time to get to the hospital? Like, that stuff crossed my mind once or twice while I was taking perks, but it never deterred me from taking it. Just had that thought, like, everybody thinking it never happened to you till it happened to you. And I was sitting here thinking about it because I was talking to one of my nephews not too long ago, and he was saying something about it. And I'm just like, I don't know if he still dabble or not, but it's right now. Taking Percocets is like Russian roulette. It's not worth it. Like it's too many. You gotta be a scientist to know if the perks is fake or not. So it's not worth getting high no more. It's not like where you can just take them joints, get out, get high, go out and groove. You gotta inspect these joints, look at these joints. You take the wrong ones, you gonna die. It's just not worth it no more. It's like, do you want to risk your life getting high? Like you want to risk dying just to get high? And the crazy part for people that don't take perks is it's like a 20-minute high unless you got something else high because it's like a crazy feeling, like a sexual feeling in the beginning. Then after that, you just coasting, so it's not really even worth it. And it's crazy because I ain't. That's not something that I tried. I seeked out for it to try it. Somebody gave it to me, like me not even questioning them because they was like my they was family. I ain't gonna say like, they was family. So I didn't question them. Me and took Zans together and drunk and all that stuff. So I didn't question them. I just took it. And that was the worst decision I ever made in my life. Like, it's other stuff I can get into and get more deeper and explain, but I ain't ready to. I'm not me personally. I see people do it on Instagram. I see people do it on YouTube, but I'm not me personally. I'm not ready to go all the way there and put it all out. The stuff I went through. I'm. That's how you know you're embarrassed by it because me personally, I'm embarrassed. But I think that was the worst decision. I've been in the penitentiary, right? That's another story. I did 10 years straight in the penitentiary. Right, I went to jail for 10 years. I got shot before. Right, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, but Percocets is the worst decision I ever indulged in by myself. Of course, I did something to go to jail. Of course, there was circumstances around me getting shot, whether I took part in them or not. But I'm just saying, like, me actually indulging in perks was the worst thing I ever indulged. Like, I would never. Right now, that's like I was explaining to my wife the other day, right? Because she was somebody around her way getting high smoking coke now, right? And they ain't been smoking coke for years. Like, they just started in like the last year or two. And I was saying, I like, what make you a person smoke crack right now in 2020, 2021, after you done went 20 or 30 years of watching crackheads, and you like, so I don't like taking baths. I want my teeth to fall out. You get what I'm saying? I want to be stealing from people. I want to stink. Like, what would make you go indulge in something like that? Like, that would be like me right now sitting in here, like, all right, after this podcast, I'm gonna go out here and buy me four four dime rocks. I'm 40 years old. What will make me smoke crack? I never smoked crack in my life. What will make me go out and buy four Nick rocks or four dime rocks right now? And that's the same thing I say about perks. Like, what would make somebody go out right now and take perks knowing that it's fake ones out there? And if you're not a scientist, how you gonna know? I was trying to catch that comment just now, but it went away. But yeah, like I'm saying. But anyway, like I said I was gonna make this video. I know I ain't went live in a long time, and I've been putting up videos sporadically. I'm gonna get better with the putting the videos up, but I don't know what y'all want to see, to be honest. I put up a couple of videos, did good, a couple of them didn't do good, so I don't know what y'all want to see. But that's another story. I just said that never ever smoke crack, no narcotics at all. I would hope not, especially not in 2020. Who in their right mind going to decide to smoke crack now? That's what I'm saying. That's the same thing as like taking a Percocet right now. Why would you take a gamble? Why would you take it? Why would you take a gamble like right now? You go out, go buy some perks, and it's like, damn, I don't know if these joints fake. I don't know if these joints real. I don't know what's up. Like, it's not worth it. If you can't tell, like, I can see if you know this person got cancer and they get them from the pharmacy. All right, that's what you want to indulge in. Go ahead, but to take a pop shot, it's not worth it, right? And you know what? Melissa, you know what? It's a lot of people with the same story, right? But another thing I noticed, a couple people that was taking perks when I was taking perks, a lot of them snort dope now. Like on a calm, a lot of people snort dope now. They say that's the next step after perks because I was talking to this dude down Kensington because I was thinking about doing like a little documentary on Kensington just so people could see how it is down Kensington because Kensington like a movie. Like I lived in North Philly all my life, Strawberry Mansion all my life, nowhere else, right? And Kensington still amazed me how it just looked like a whole nother city, a whole that shit look like Russia or something down there, right? But anyway, I was talking to this boy down there. I gave him a couple dollars just to sit and talk to me because he might have had to go hustle or something, right? And he told me he snorted pill. He told it was people I was in a halfway house with that was snorting Suboxones. They was putting them on a spoon, wetting it, using the paper clip to stir it around, and then got a ink pen, took the top out the ink pen and snorted it up. Like, that's crazy. I'm not. I don't care how bad it is. I'm not snorting no pills. Like, I ain't snorting no pills. I'm not snorting no Suboxones. None of that. But anyway, what I was saying is that's what he said. He said he started shooting dope. He said he got 10 bag a day habit. He started shooting dope from taking perks, and that's crazy. Like he started shooting dope. He said from perks because he said perks he was paying $20 or $15 for a bag of, and for perks. He said when somebody was selling nicks of powder at the time, nicks of powder, or I don't know if it was nicks of heroin or powder, but he's like, I'm thinking why I'm paying $15 and $20 for a pill when I could pay $5 and get the same high or even be even higher. He said there was times he was even higher. And he like it just don't add up. I can go get 2 bags of dope for $20 when I gotta pay $20 for one pill. And that's how people thinking. I just explained to you how I was spending $160 a day on pills. Well, that could have went to some whole other stuff. I wish I had just the money that I had then. I don't even know where I got it from. I was just coming up with it. Like I can invest that in something totally different right now. You never realize how much drugs hinder you till you off them. Like an old head upstate told me one time. He said you never know you had a run until it's over. So you don't know how bad you done. You don't know how bad you are and how bad you doing to you doing better or you in a different spot or you at your worst. That's the crazy part. And like I said he started from Percocets. That's crazy. Now he snort dope and shoot dope, and he was only like 25, but he looked at 60. He ain't had no teeth. He had blotches all over his face, all over his arms. I ain't peeping because he had a mask on. That we was masked up while we was talking. But when he pulled his mask down, because I was smoking a cigarette, he asked for a cigarette. I gave him a cigarette. He pulled his mask down. He looked at 60 years old. And the crazy part is he said he been doing dope longer than he was doing perks. I don't know the times zones and everything, but like right now, but like let's say he said he was doing perks for 2 years. He been doing dope for 10. Like I don't know how bad life is for people, but I don't want my life to get no worse than it is right now. So taking perks is on like I said, it lead to dope for most people. I'm not gonna say everybody. Some people might be strong, but from perks to dope, and then you just gone. It's crazy. But anyway, I wanted to make this video right because this is a short video of just my experience with perks of what I went through. And I said, damn, maybe somebody might be going through the same thing. They don't want to say it out loud, or they don't have nobody else to say it to. I'm cool with it because taking perks at the time was a thing. I thought it was cool. I was cool. I was high. I'm over it. That's a part of my life. That's a chapter that I closed. You know what I mean? I said, well, maybe it might be somebody going through the same thing that need to hear it from somebody that was there. You know what I mean? That was at that point, and Suboxones might be the help. Oh, and I tried a drink called damn. My nephew got him. One of my nephews, y'all know y'all keep hearing me say nephews and nieces. I got 9 and 6, so I got 15 nephews and nieces, and I only got two brothers and one sister, 3 siblings. But he takes something for one of my nephews takes something for ADHD. These little white pills. I forget the name of them, but they got the same effect as like Suboxone. Like they block your opioid receptors. All mine started with a joint, then pills, then hard. I never did heroin and needles, but I wish I had that money. I was pretty much. And it's crazy because my pop, my pop dead now, but my pop shot dope. My pop shot dope. He dead now. I mean, at the end of the day, he died. He ain't OD or nothing, but his death was related to him shooting dope. You know what I mean? But he did, and I remember I caught my pop shooting dope when I was like anywhere from like 9 to 11. I had walked in the bathroom. I was living with me and my little brother because all of us 7 years apart. My pop did 21 years in the joint. He did 21 years, so he went to jail. He did 3 different bids in 7 years, and every time he came home, he knocked my mom up. My sister not. She don't. We don't have the same dad. She the oldest. So every time my dad went to jail, he came home, he knocked my mom up, right? So my little brother, I had to be about anywhere from 9 to 11. My little brother was like 3 or 4 or something like that. But I came in the bathroom and my dad was on the toilet, nodded out with a needle in his arm. And it's crazy because when you're that young, you know something ain't right, but you don't know what it is. So I woke him up because I don't know what it was. It might have been time to eat. I don't know anything. He could have been in the bed for too long. And he had that embarrassed look on his face. And I recognized it then, like I recognize it now that he was embarrassed. But he sat me down because my pop never lied to us, none of that stuff. He gave it to me, he ain't volunteer no information, but if you got put in a situation similar to that, he would explain to you what it was. So at the time, he just told me, like, you know, don't ever do this stuff right here. This is the word. He was crying and all that. He was like, this is the worst stuff. Don't ever do this. Don't ever take that. And I just remember, and this is what I'm about to leave y'all with this. This is what struck me the craziest right now, but not then. He was telling me like I said, as he was taking the needle out and dabbing the vein with his finger. I never forget it, right? He was like, yeah, don't do this drug, stay away from this. It's a bad drug. I'm gonna get some help, such and such, such and such. And I just remember me saying, like I said, I never forget it, even to the day I die. I just remember me saying, I never do that, Dad. I don't like needles, cause you're a kid, you don't like needles. And he said, turned back to me, said my name, and was like, I don't like needles either. That was crazy, right? So that means the addiction was more than him not liking needles. Anyway, man, I don't want to make this longer than it is. It's already been long, but I'm gonna try to drop another video or go live. Maybe we can have more of a conversation. I'm from North Philly, Strawberry Mansion. Maybe might can have a conversation where we go live and y'all could call in and we could have a whole conversation where on a whole little community tip so everybody could call in and share whatever it is they want to share. You might got a story that somebody else can hear that they need to hear to get them off they back or get that monkey off their back. So what we gonna do is we gonna go live the same just like this tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna try. My Instagram, I just started it, but it's the same thing as the YouTube, SMSVO TV or SMSVO television. So I just started. It ain't really nothing really popping on there yet. I put videos up to let y'all know I'm ready to put a video up, but I'm gonna start being more interactive with it. But I am gonna go live tomorrow. I promise y'all, I'm going live tomorrow. I'm gonna start going live more, and like I said, we're gonna interact more. I got a couple phones, so like I said, I'm gonna let y'all call in. Y'all can share y'all story. You know what I mean? Maybe we get something going on where people can call in and like I said, share their story, and it might help somebody. So y'all look for this live tomorrow around this time between like 6 and 7, 7 and 8. But till then, y'all be cool. How y'all be cool?